Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a deeply sensitive but absolutely crucial topic for the modern age. We're unpacking an incredible analysis by Dr. Faith Onia, a hard, empathetic look at something we literally see every single time we open our phones. Why revealing content and, the normalization of nudity, especially for young unmarried women, has just exploded online. And more importantly, how we can all step up to protect our digital dignity.
Just think about your own feeds for a second. Every single day, millions of posts go up, millions of moments broadcast to the world. And in that massive ocean of content, a huge chunk features people actively choosing to bare themselves for an audience. It really forces us to stop and ask, at what cost? Seriously, what is the unseen price of all this online validation?
Let's break this down by looking at the why. As humans, we're completely hardwired for community, right? We want to be seen, understood, and valued. That's a totally healthy desire. But when you run that natural desire through the lens of modern social media, it often morphs. It turns into trading and exposure. Suddenly, it becomes this transactional relationship where people start leveraging their physical bodies basically as currency just to get digital attention. And this hits the nail on the head for Dr. Sonia's main point. Some see connection, others trade in exposure. But at what cost? This isn't about shaming anyone at all. It's an objective, compassionate look at our digital culture so we can actually understand the crazy systems and pressures out there and navigate this whole space safely.
Section 1. The attention economy.
Okay, so to really get this, we have to look at the environment pushing this behavior, the very tip of the iceberg. These social platforms are businesses, and their currency is your attention. The algorithms are literally rigged to favor quick, visceral reactions. So when provocative posts get all those likes and shares, the algorithm just feeds the fire. They become super visible. And here's the tricky part, those hyper-visible posts become the standard young women start measuring themselves against. We trade what's wholesome for whatever is artificially trending.
Think about the sheer volume of this. We're talking hundreds of millions of posts every single day. If you're in a room with millions of people shouting for attention, how do you get noticed? Standing out feels absolutely necessary, but it's getting harder and harder. So the platform mechanics basically push people toward extremes, blurring the lines of modesty just to grab a tiny fraction of that algorithmic spotlight. Section 2. Drivers of digital exposure. So what's actually driving this below the surface? Well, behind every screen is a real person. Dr. Onia points out that getting sexualized attention gives a massive but super temporary boost to self-worth. If someone is dealing with loneliness, maybe recovering from a brutal breakup, or just struggling with low self-esteem, that flood of likes, it feels like medicine. Throw peer pressure into the mix or friends jumping on escalating viral challenges, and boom, the behavior just becomes completely normalized because everyone else is doing it. Plus, we absolutely cannot ignore the economic reality. For a lot of people, online attention equals cash. When jobs are scarce and things are tight financially, the promise of influencer deals or platform monetization makes revealing content look like a totally viable shortcut to income. It essentially transforms a person's physical body into a perceived economic asset, honestly, sometimes out of sheer financial survival. Section 3. The illusion of ephemerality. We really like to trick ourselves into the illusion of ephemerality, this false belief that what you post today just vanishes into the endless scroll tomorrow. But let's look at the stark reality of the internet's timeline. Minute 1, you post something just for your friends. Hour 2, a stranger takes a quick screenshot. Day 5, that image is bouncing across data servers globally, totally out of your hands. Year 4, a future employer runs a background check. And there it is. The internet is forever. A post meant for a fleeting moment of validation can permanently impact your career, your relationships, the whole shebang. Section 4. Hidden costs and risks. Getting to the deepest part of the iceberg here, we have to look at the real-world consequences. There are immediate, tangible dangers. Revealing content drastically increases the risk of grooming, harassment, blackmail, and in the darkest scenarios, trafficking. Plus, strict legal consequences depending on where you are. But Dr. Amenya also highlights these profound, lingering harms. There's a severe emotional and spiritual cost to treating your body as public property. It often leads to intense shame, deep emotional regret, and a really hard time forming genuine relationships based on who you actually are rather than just what you look like.
And if you take nothing else away from this explainer, let it be this. Temporary attention seldom builds lasting self-worth. That quick dopamine hit from algorithmic validation, 100 likes, 1,000 views, it evaporates instantly. It literally can never replace the solid foundation of true, lasting human dignity.
Section 5. Protecting your digital dignity.
Okay, let's surface from the depths here because there's some incredibly good news. Dr. Anya gives us a super practical, empowering framework to build a protective wall around our digital lives. Step 1, audit your accounts. Just look back through your history with clear eyes. Step 2, remove the revealing content. Delete anything that doesn't serve your dignity. Step 3, tighten those privacy settings so you control exactly who gets access to your life. And step 4, find accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust. You literally have the power to take back control of your digital footprint today.
But it goes beyond the screen, right? You gotta build up your real-world support system. We need to shift our focus away from digital metrics and back to actual human connections. Invest time in meaningful relationships. Find mentors who affirm your inherent worth, people who value your mind and your spirit. And hey, if you're struggling with those pressures we talked about earlier, reach out. Talk to a trusted family member, consult a faith leader, or speak to a counselor. Real-world support is what actually breaks the spell of the attention economy. Dr. Onia leaves us with this incredible, lasting litmus test. Before your thumb even hovers over that post button, pause. Ask yourself, would I show this to my future spouse or employer? It's such a brilliant filter. If you hesitate even for a second, just don't post it. It forces us to think way beyond the next 5 minutes and really consider the next 5 years. Ultimately, your body is sacred. It deserves protection, and you deserve to be valued for the entirety of who you are. Choose dignity over fleeting attention. So as you're scrolling through your feeds today, ask yourself, are you building a digital legacy you can actually be proud of? Or are you paying a price you won't even fully understand until years down the line? Take ownership of your online presence, protect your future, and never forget your inherent worth. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.